time to get into this thing. I mean, 6 years. I mean, 2011 to now. It's a long time for a draft. Woo!
History-changing moment here at WWE. We want to get right to the rules of the greatest hit will be made.
6 draft picks will be made from NXT. I mean, that's including Finn Balor, that's including Nakamura, that's including Bayley, that's including, hopefully, we'll get to see the perfect 10, that's just me. But hopefully we'll get all this. I'm assuming that number 1 draft pick for NXT's hands down has to be the Demon. Hands down.
All right. But let's get down to business, shall we? We are all here for one reason and one reason only, and that is the draft.
Yeah.
So since Monday Night Raw is the 3-hour flagship show, we get the first pick. Mick, why don't you read
A prediction right now. I would think that it would probably be Seth Rollins.
And with our first pick this evening,
We would like to pick Seth Rollins.
Okay, the only reason why I'm saying Seth Rollins is because we all know how big Seth Rollins is. We all know that his injury impacted a bunch of people. I mean, whether you're a fan or not, you gotta admit he's damn entertaining, and he's gonna be a huge statement, a huge staple, should I say, in this new era.
well, congratulations, you now have CrossFit Jesus.
So, okay, now SmackDown's probably going to pick. I would have to go, if they got Rollins, come on, guys. I would think it'd be Ambrose.
For SmackDown Live,
Could it be
our
Ambrose?
first pick. Drum roll, please. The SmackDown Live's very first pick is the current and future WWE Champion, Dean Ambrose.
Could I have seen that coming? I mean, last week, here's my thing. I knew this was going to happen. I knew that when they made the match, when they made Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose for the title on Raw, I knew there was going to be something where I keep hearing rumors that there's going to be a second title. There's going to be a SmackDown title, so I was thinking Rollins could be for Raw and Ambrose could be for SmackDown. So
Raw needed was a very strong women's division with women's champion Charlotte.
Good.
I'd like to announce the phenomenal AJ Styles.
oh man, that just throws me off the thing. That just because I was figuring that maybe somehow Finn Balor was gonna maybe perhaps do something with the club, do something with AJ Styles. There is a chance that he still could. There is a possibility he still could. But wow, it was a phenomenal
All
pick.
right, Mick, I think it's...
Comes from NXT.
Woo! Finn Balor. Could it be? Please.
Finn Balor.
Ah! He's here! And this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is my frustration right here, is that Finn Balor is on Raw. AJ Styles is now on SmackDown. I mean, yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very, very interesting. But then again, if there is, I keep hearing rumors that at Survivor Series, because you got to remember that there's going to be 2 pay-per-views each month. That means that SmackDown has a pay-per-view. And that means Raw has a pay-per-view. But that also means that SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, just to name a few, these are ones that Raw and SmackDown are together. So there's a possibility that we could have Raw versus SmackDown all over again. There's a possibility we could still have Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. And not to mention with the rumor that at Survivor Series, supposedly War Games is coming back. And if War Games comes back, I mean, that's another subject on its own. They don't want none. They don't want none. Not to mention, we don't even know where Luke, Gallows, and Anderson are going to be in this draft. They could easily, I mean, if AJ Styles is in SmackDown, they could easily get shifted over to Raw. Anything could happen, guys. Anything could happen.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified chief and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Realest guys in the room, how you doing?
I'm doing fucking great. The draft is on.
To describe you, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-U-N-T.
I mean, guys, I just love Mario Ranello, the voice of SmackDown. The guy's badass. The question remains, if them two go to Raw and Finn Balor's on Raw, dude, the club is still the club. It just turns into the Balor Club. That's all.
Roman Reigns.
Okay, guys, I saw this coming. I mean, whether you like it or not, Seth, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, The Shield, just in general, was going to be #1 draft pick. I just didn't know which order it was going to go in. I kind of assumed it was going to be Seth since he was the first former champion out of The Shield, and then, you know, same thing with, well, not really Ambrose. Ambrose third, Reigns second. Still. Oh. This is sad. I mean, nothing against John Cena. John Cena is, obviously, we know is the new era's Hulk Hogan, but there's rumors going around that he may not be lasting very long, and he may be, I don't know, he's not the face. I just don't know.
Stephanie will make the announcement because she has a way with
Interesting
words.
to see where.
Take it away, Stephanie McMahon.
Okay, no pressure.
Suplex City, bitch.
Incredible pick, incredible pedigree. The Viper, Randy Orton.
The Viper returns at Battleground Pay-Per-View Sunday.
Drafts.
Uh-oh.
I think I need to do a little setup. Can you give me like a drum roll though? Okay. No, like with your tongue, like. Don't you dare be sour!
Oh, you can't do all three.
Tag team champions, the New Day.
The tag team champions.
Our next draft choice, one of the faces of
Sasha
Raw.
Banks.
Because starting now,
Bayley?
every Monday night, Raw is boss. Our draft choice, Sasha Banks.
That's pretty interesting. We're going to have a 2-on-1 handicap match between Sasha, Charlotte, and her protege, Dana Brooke. Now, okay, here's another thing for me, guys, is that Raw drafted Charlotte. They didn't draft Dana Brooke. And, well, Raw drafted Sasha, so we're still going to get to see Sasha versus Charlotte. But where does Dana Brooke play in all this? Is my question. I was thinking that one of these days that Dana Brooke would betray Charlotte. No, actually, not betray her. Charlotte would betray Dana Brooke, I would think. But there's a possibility that Dana does something wrong. Charlotte's not going to like it. And Charlotte does what she always does. You know, she takes no crap. She's a player. Woo! And she's always going to hire one. She's always going to style profile. So it's going to be pretty interesting.
Introducing first, Dana Brooke and the WWE Women's Champion, Charlotte.
Can you mention all those superstars yet to be picked? Charlotte was the first woman picked, the WWE Women's Champion and her protege.
If you've been following NXT, Sasha Banks versus Bayley is just it's incredible. It's incredible. They had the first ever Iron Woman match. That has never been done before ever in the history of WWE. Ever, guys. I mean, ever since the Fabulous Moolah, since good old Mae Young. We've never had an Iron Woman match. So for someone like Sasha Banks and Bayley to have a match like that, and to do it on a small caliber, to do it on something like NXT, speaks volumes to me, because it tells me that they could easily end the show. They could easily headline a pay-per-view. They could do Hell in a Cell. They can do hardcore matches. They could do anything. These girls too. Another future prediction. We could see a WWE 2K18 Raw versus SmackDown edition. So that could happen too. My passion for this will never end. And yes, over the past, I think, 2 or 3 years, I want to say it was kind of all a Cena show, and it was all rematches, and we had nothing but just 6-man to 8-man to whatever, right? We just had all kinds of tag team matches on SmackDown, and it was just it was stale. It was boring. I think that this is exactly what WWE needed. Oh, natural selection, and it's over, guys. Well, obviously it's gonna be over. Obviously, I knew it's gonna be over. It's a 2-on-1 match. That ain't even fair. We don't even know who Sasha's mystery tag team partner is. Here we go, guys. It's time to get your serious face mode on.
Raw selects United States Champion Rusev with Lana.
Whoa, that is a great pick.
Machka!
SmackDown Live's next pick
Cesaro?
is The Miz and Maurice. Yes.
And this is funny, guys, because Daniel Bryan did not look like he wanted to make that decision. He's still been entertaining.
Prize fighter, Kevin Owens.
Woo!
The Canadian gets his wish. He's finally chosen. Kevin Owens will be a member of
Kevin Owens, guys, another thing that when I start doing other videos about wrestling, he was also an alumni with Ring of Honor. He was known for Kevin Steen. And if you haven't seen Ring of Honor, you should see that stuff. And you should see his work as Kevin Steen as well. Once again, I never shut up and I'm missing things. Baron Corbin just got drafted to SmackDown. This is pretty huge. A lot of people in the internet wrestling community is buzzing about how Baron Corbin could be, the Lone Wolf could be future WWE champion. I think he could too. Just with the right wrestlers, with somebody that needs to go after someone like I say, like Orton, somebody like that, Cesaro, someone who has star power.
Because this certified GM selects Enzo and Cass.
And you can't teach that.
And you can't teach that.
It looks like Shane was prepared.
What can I say?
These two as well. He just popular tag team here in the WWE.
I love wrestling so much. It's such a passion to me. I've been wanting to do this for the longest time now. SmackDown, guys. Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, John Cena, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, Becky Lynch, The Miz, Baron Corbin. Both have all-star teams, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it. It doesn't mean it's gonna end here. Don't think that just because we're seeing the draft tonight that it's gonna end. You know, because now that we got Mick Foley as a manager, and we got Stephanie as the commissioner of Raw, and we got Shane as SmackDown commissioner, and Daniel Bryan as the SmackDown manager. There's, you know, just because the draft ends here, there always can be a negotiation with other wrestlers. Doesn't mean it's going to end here. You got to remember, they're both building brands. They're both competing against each other. It's just that today starts it all. Today starts the draft. Today starts where we get the picks. We know who's going to be in whose team, but after that, it's all game. we could end up seeing other stars come in to the fold later on. Becky Lynch and Natalya are going at it. This is going to be a good feud because I should have done a video way long time ago. I wish that WWE did this. I wish that they would just change Natalya up. That she's becoming so stale and she's a legend. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, you know about Owen Hart. You know about her father, Jimmy, the Anvil Neidhart. You know about the British Bulldog. You know about the Hart Foundation. You know about Bret Hart. You know about, Davey Boy Smith, which is the British Bulldog. And you know about Stu Hart, which that begins the whole Dungeon family. That begins everything. I cannot stress how much this means. I mean, how much the Harts mean to the whole wrestling family. To have Natalya go heel was actually something smart on WWE's part. Something that WWE should have done a long time ago, and it's a good thing that they're doing it now. I just hope that come after this pay-per-view, she's still doing the heel thing, and she's not going to fade into the sunset. And because those are also the rumors I hear, guys, is that we all know about Tyson Kidd's injury and what he's facing and how he may not even come back to even wrestling. So I heard that she may want to retire and just go to being with her husband, which is very understandable, and I totally get it. I hope she sticks to this heel character. I really do believe that she deserves as much titles as perhaps someone like Trish Stratus has. I mean, Trish Stratus has about 8 or 9, even 10, I believe. I'm gonna go back and check that to get my research right. But I believe that Trish Stratus won just a lot, and that's because she was somebody like Eva Marie. She was somebody I don't like Eva Marie anyways, because she should be already on Trish's level. This is like her 3rd or 4th year being with WWE, and she still has trainers, and they still don't know what to do with her. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, within a year, you had Trish Stratus, who was again just a model, again doing something like Eva Marie, who didn't know anything about wrestling, and she took on the wrestling role in the big time. So, totes my goats to that. Let's get back to the draft.
Drafts 2/3 of the club, Gallows and Anderson.
Wow, so the club will be no longer, at least AJ Styles will be a part of it.
And this is the part of the segment where I give you a smart ass remark because you dumbasses could not predict this. It's obvious, guys. It's obvious that you put 2 and 2 together. These are Finn Balor's homeboys. These two betrayed AJ Styles in Japan. The Balor Club is coming. The club is now officially the Balor Club.
They are ready, willing,
And Gable, the American Alpha.
Jason Jordan and Chad Gable.
Oh my God, guys. This is very, very big. I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming because there's rumors of Kurt Angle may be coming back to WWE, and he has these 2 guys on his radar. These guys could be the new Team Angle. These guys could be the new Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas.
Good choice. The good one is Dolph Ziggler is coming to SmackDown.
Release on live for the show off. Dolph Ziggler actually spoke to Dolph Ziggler earlier today. He told me how excited he was.
Ziggler!
For a brand new start. Oh my! This is incredible. Yes, it is. One of the strongest women in WWE.
I have mixed feelings about Nia Jax because of the fact that we barely even got to see what she can do in NXT. And then all of a sudden she gets this big push right when she debuts just because she's Roman Reigns and the Usos and the Rocks, and she's part of the Samoan dynasty. And it could just be the family factor that's playing a big, huge part of this, that she's being... I mean, this is... I don't know what to say about this, but...
Natalia.
Oh! And this is what I was trying to tell you guys. Once again, what Ryan said, the Hard Dungeon is it's very famous. It's very, if you're a hardcore wrestling fan.
More to go. Our next draft pick, Cesaro.
There he is, the Swiss Superman. It's about time to Cesaro, an accomplished competitor. SmackDown Live.
Oh.
That's why we are picking former World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio. I like this pick.
Good pick. I mean, if Raw's gonna get Cesaro, you might as well get the hardest commodity in Mexico and in the United States itself.
He's the WWE
He was champion last night.
Champion.
Looks like tonight he's pissed. Once again, I said he's pissed. He just went after Ambrose just like that because I know he's pissed. He thought he won the title. Think again, brother. So I would think that he has more intensity in him right now than he did last night. But the match hasn't even officially started. They haven't even rang the bell yet. Usually when WWE wants to make you the top face, the top heel, or just the top guy in general, they expect you to do everything. They expect you to kick ass in the ring, obviously, but to also deliver on promos, and that's something that John Cena can do. That's something that John Cena has done before, and he will do it, and he does it without hesitation. He doesn't vouch as much as I've been doing, and as much as Cole's been doing. He's always on point. You know, you can tell, and the fans can tell when someone is over. When they feel like someone's over, you can always tell when someone's authentic, when someone's being real, even though the character is not real itself. You can still always tell when they're not, just doing this because WWE told them to do this, or WWE said this is your character, this is your wrestler, and this is what you have to do, so work with it. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Reigns. To see if it's going to work out, to see if he ever will get over, because at this point, if Triple H, even if Rock coming out, and he still got booed. I mean, no one ever really booed The Rock that much as they did. I mean, that should tell you right there how bad Reigns is being treated by the fans, It's not entirely just him. Sometimes it takes a while for you to get over. Sometimes it takes a while for fans to start getting used to you, and for fans to start knowing who you are and what you're about. And well, that's what I'm trying to say about with Rollins and Ambrose here, is that they're already established. They've already been wrestling for a long ass time, even before they even got here to WWE. I mean, this is just me though. They could always work off each other. If they're both Samoans, why not put Nia Jax and Roman Reigns together and maybe make them both heels? Maybe make them both bad guys, and they could do something with the Usos and maybe have a Samoan dynasty faction. That'd be pretty cool, I think. Maybe Reigns having a club, almost, or maybe Reigns having his family behind him could boost up the ego. I mean, they're always bringing in the family. Why not just get the elephant out of the room and put the family together and see what they can do together as on screen, because I've never seen that before, honestly. I mean, we've seen stuff with Roman Reigns and the Usos together, but as part of like a faction, as part of doing everything on a daily basis, I don't think we've seen that before. I don't think that's going to happen, but going back to what I was just saying, is that I think that Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose are more established for the fact that they were already established in their previous companies that they were in. And so that's why fans already know him. Fans knew Ambrose as Moxley, and Rollins knew, fans knew Budge, fans knew Rollins as Tyler Black. So this is another thing. It's almost like these two guys had to carry Reigns in the Shield. Because even when the Shield was around, I noticed that Reigns never said anything. He just destroyed He was the hitman. He did the work, and the other two did the talking. So that should tell you right there where they need to go with the Reigns character. Put some new music on him or something, and just let him kick ass in the ring. He barely has to talk. Maybe give him a if Brock Lesnar's barely going to be there anymore, maybe put Paul Heyman with Roman Reigns. That could really help out too. I don't think that's going to happen because we all know that Vince McMahon is a little stubborn. And yes, he does listen to us fans, but not all the time. You know, oh! Dirty deeds, but it's 2. Well, that just threw me off. I'm one prediction bad out of all the other predictions I made. I'll take that. I'll take that. You know, as a wrestling fan, I don't always want to know what's going on. I don't always want to predict everything. I'm a wrestling fan. I mean, I want to be surprised, and I want to be able to deliver all these reactions as well without knowing rumors, without knowing what is even going on. And so it's sometimes good for me not to always predict everything. I try to reason with it. I try to figure it out. What's the best route they could go with this? But it's okay. I still think that Rollins could easily win the title right back. Well, I keep telling you, it doesn't matter, okay? Because I still think that the same thing is still going to happen. I thought that Rollins would win it here. No, Ambrose, it would make sense to me now. I think, come to think about it, because you want to end SmackDown on a good note. It's a SmackDown show. You know, they're trying to build SmackDown Live right now, so end it with SmackDown's #1 pick, SmackDown's commissioner, SmackDown's general manager in the show like that with the yes chants. That's your show right there. That's perfect. I could have never thought of an ending like that either. Even though I thought something around that lines would have happened, like I told you. You know, it has to end on the SmackDown's note. It can't end on the Raw's note. So that's what I was thinking. If Rollins did win, then they would have introduced maybe a SmackDown title, and you could end it with still SmackDown looking good. So this is another route too. So, but this also, I still think we're still gonna get Ambrose as the new SmackDown champion come next Tuesday, because he could easily lose it at Battleground, and they could be like, it's okay, you know, you're a hard, well-deserved fought champion. That let's give that title to Rollins, let's give that title to Raw, because we're creating a new legacy with SmackDown, and we're gonna give you a new title. So, in the end, I still think that relevantly that Ambrose is still #1. You know, so. This is actually good. This is really, really good, because I didn't want to see Ambrose lose it very quick, and that's why I thought that maybe Rollins would probably win it tonight. But it's a good thing that he's still keeping it. It makes him look strong going into the pay-per-view. And like I said, either Reigns, being pissed off that he is either going to win the title, and we're not going to like it, we're going to boo the hell out of him, or Rollins is going to win, and well, you're going to have mixed reaction, boos and cheers with that. I kind of still think that it's going to be Rollins, and then again, we're still going to have Rollins versus Reigns come after SummerSlam, come through all the way to WrestleMania. So it's not going to end there, you know. So far, this has been a good WWE draft. It's been a good SmackDown Live. I hope to see more. I hope to see way more, because some of the matches, they were okay. Well, I mean, the whole highlight of the show was just to see who was getting drafted. It wasn't really about the matches. Basically, the matches were just fill-ins. But overall, it was good. I was for sure thinking that he would have got out of that first 30 deeds. I mean, he usually does. But it's okay. It's okay. It's cool. Well, this was definitely an awesome draft. This was definitely an awesome SmackDown. And if you want to see more, let me know what you think. Let me know what I can improve on. And just let me know overall what you think of this. Let me know what kind of opinions, what kind of things I need to do to make this better.